because of this program, I'll be your facilitator. In this first class, we are going to be dwelling on the working environments of AutoCAD. So I will be unveiling the important and different working environments of this software. And AutoCAD is an acronym for computer aided design, and it's a software that is capable enough to produce any kind of 2D and 3D designs. Okay, this software is applied in diverse fields of engineering and environmental studies. So we are going to be checking out the level of our exploration using this program. Okay, so the working environments of AutoCAD is visually divided into 5 different parts. Visually, in the sense that these are the parts you can see oftentimes when you open this program. Okay, and the first part of the working environment of AutoCAD is called the application menu or the title bar. The application menu or the title bar. The application menu over here, you can see the way it is written over here. In this version of the program is a little bit faint, and I can still see a bit of it. You see AutoCAD 2012 shows you the version of the version and the software you are using to carry out the design. And you have the drawing 1.dwg that shows the title of your job. Okay, for instance, if I change the project I want to embark on to Benjamin, and automatically it's going to change here as Benjamin.dwg and no more as drawing.dwg. So that is the title bar and the application menu. And under the title bar and application menu, it also contains the workspace settings. So if I click on this workspace setting, AutoCAD provides us with 4 basic workspace settings. And the first one, we have the drafting and annotation. The second one, we have the 3D basics. The third one, we have the 3D modeling. And the fourth, we have the AutoCAD Classic. And the drafting and annotation and AutoCAD Classic performs the same function. And their function is basically on production of 2D designs. Okay, if you want to work on your 2D designs, the recommended workspace is the drafting and annotation and the AutoCAD Classic. And if you want to carry out a certain 3D model using AutoCAD, the recommended workspace is the 3D basics and the 3D modeling. In our advanced classes, where we are going to be focusing much on 3D models of machine parts, we are going to be doing them using the 3D basics and the 3D modeling workspace. And in our subsequent classes, where we are going to be dwelling much on diverse 2D designs, is going to be performed using the AutoCAD Classic, or we shift to drafting and annotation. Now it also contains the quick access bar. Okay, the quick access toolbar. This quick access toolbar helps you access frequently used or frequently assigned commands in AutoCAD. Okay, those commands that are inevitable and they are frequently used in the program. That is the quick access toolbar. You can easily click on the ellipse here and just click on the command you want to perform. Now the second part of the AutoCAD working environment is called the menu bar. And the menu bar is located right below the title bar and the application menu. The menu bar, for me, I always term it as the housing. Housing in the sense that it contains majorly all should I say let's just say 80% of the activities that is performed using this program, the menu bar. It contains the file icon, the edit icon, the view icon, down to the express icon. Okay, if I click on the file icon, and I'll see so many options under the file icon, like the new, if I want to open a new project. Okay, if I want to open an already existing project, if I want to close this project, if I want to save this project, or if I want to change the format of this project, maybe to a format being that will be recognized by softwares like Orion. That means I'm going to perform this function by clicking on this command formats like the DSF, that is the device exchange group, and there are some other stuff like the plot and the publish that can be performed under the file icon that is located under the menu bar. And I'll have the edit if I want to make some modifications to our objects or our design, so I'll use the edit tool. I'll have the view, and if I want to zoom or pan or carry out any viewing option, I will have to carry them out using the view icon. And we have so many other icons under the menu bar and down to the help and express icon. That is all about the menu bar. And the third part of the working environment of AutoCAD, it's called the AutoCAD toolboxes. The AutoCAD toolboxes. The AutoCAD toolboxes under the classic workspace. Now remember, we are working with the classic workspace. The AutoCAD toolboxes are basically divided into two different parts. The first part, we call it the draw toolbar, and the second part we call it the modified toolbar. And the draw toolbar is located at the left extreme of the interface, and it contains the line tool, the construction line tool, the polyline tool, the polygon, down to the multi-line text. All the tools you can see here are under the draw toolbar. Okay, and one good thing about AutoCAD is that when you place the mouse on any tool, it tells you the name of the tool and gives you a little guideline on how to use the tools. And we have the modified toolbar, and this modified toolbar, they are used to add more meaning to your drafted concept. Okay, they are used to modify your objects or your designs. Okay, now they contain the erase tool if you want to erase an object, the copy tool if you want to duplicate an object, the mirror tool, the offset tool, the move tool, down to the explode tool. Okay, though there are still so many other tools under the modified toolbar, and you can only access them through the menu bar. The menu bar, you have the draw tool, and you have the complete draw tools under this menu bar. And if you want to access a complete modified tools, you have the modified tools here. So we have the complete modifying tools under the menu bar. But using the AutoCAD classic workspace, the draw toolbar is located at the left extreme, and the modified tool are located at the right extreme. Now don't forget that the draw toolbar are used to draft out your concept, okay, your initial concepts using the program. Now the fourth part of the working environment of AutoCAD is called the drawing area and the command area. Drawing area and the command line. You can just call them command. You can call it command line or the command area. Okay, the drawing area and the command line. Now we will first of all treat about the drawing area. The drawing area gives you a space where you visualize your designs. This is the drawing area. You can see how large it is. This drawing area is as large as anything can be, and as long as you can set the size of your drawing area is very large. Okay, now the AutoCAD provides us with two drawing area, and in this program I'm going to be explaining them to you. And the first drawing area it provides us with is called the model space. Now this model space helps you to draft out your designs at using a scale of 1:1. In this model space, you don't consider the scales being used in this program, so you draft out your concept in the model space. And the second stuff there is the paper space. So AutoCAD gives us two spaces where we can design and publish our job using the program. The first one is the model space where you draft out your concept, and the second one is the paper space where you plot and print out your job. Okay, in some of our subsequent classes we are going to be dwelling much on this paper space. Okay, I will be showing you how you can plot out your model using the paper space. So just note it that AutoCAD gives us two spaces where we can model and plot our designs, the model space and the paper space. And you can as well decide to change the color of the drawing area. How will you do it? Is very simple. If you want to change the color of the drawing area, all you have to do is to right click and you click on options. So if you click on options under the display icon here, or the display command, you click on colors. This is the color. You can change the color to white, and you click on apply and close, apply and OK. That is how you can change the color of your interface. Okay, I believe some persons might find it very much interesting to work using this kind of environment. And AutoCAD also has what we call as the view cube. This is the view cube, and if you, whenever you open an AutoCAD software and you see this kind of view cube, you have the top here. The top shows you the plan. The top shows you the view from the top, okay, which is the plan. And you can, this view cube is just effective, is majorly effective when you are working on your 3D models. Okay, in that 3D models, if you want to view the elevations of your models, like the west elevation, which helps you view the left view of your model, the east, which will help you view the right view of your designs, the north for the back and the south for the front. That is the work of the view cube. Okay, now the command area. This command area is one of the most useful parts of the AutoCAD working environment. The command area, it helps you assign certain AutoCAD commands without selecting them on the menu bar or clicking them on the two boxes. Okay, there are some commands I will have to issue on the command area. For instance, if I want the line, I must not click on the draw toolbar to select the line. All I can do here is to type line on my command area. Okay, this is the line. I'll select the line, and I can specify on the command area where I want the line to start. I want the line to start at the origin, so I'll type 0, 0, and I'll click enter on my keyboard. This is our lines. Okay, it's not visible. I want us to change the working environment back to normal. So let us change it so that most of our designs will be very visible. Okay, so I click on the line again, and then I'll check the origin of our stuff and I'll click enter. This is our line. You see, I didn't pick the line from the toolbox or the draw toolbar, or that's the draw icon on the menu bar. I had to issue the command on the command line. Okay, and most of the commands we are going to be issuing using this program, they are going to be done in this command line. That is the work of the command line in AutoCAD. And the last part of the AutoCAD working environment is called the status bar. The status bar, we always term it as the mode changing bar. Okay, so I will be explaining the most important part of this status bar, the icons under the status bar. And the first stuff there is the snap mode. The snap mode. This snap mode helps you, or it just constrains your cursor movement to a specific direction or to a specific distance. Okay, this is what I mean. Okay, if I select the snap mode on, or I can easily perform this function by pressing on the F9 key that is on my computer keyboard. So I select the line, then on the interface, this is I click. I want to make you understand something. This version of the AutoCAD, the default interval it gives is 0.5 inches. Okay, so that means at every 0.5 inches it will snap. You drop, snap down 0.5 inches for both the vertical and the horizontal intervals. You drop, snap again 0.5 inches, snap down 0.5 inches. So you can make specifications using the snap mode. It makes it very easier for you. You can as well change the distances. Okay, how do you change the distances? You just click on the snap mode, right click on it, and click on the settings. Here you can change the snap S spacing and the snap Y spacing. Okay, you see it comes with a default spacing of 0.5, and for both the S and the Y. This is very effective if you are working on a staircase and you want to design a staircase that's to get your steps very easily. You come over here and set the S spacing, and you come over here and set the Y spacing. And remember, in a staircase, they are not the spaces cannot be equal. That means you have to deselect this box. You won't have an equal spacing again. You can make modifications on the Y spacing. For instance, I want 1 this time around. I'll click OK. So I pick up the 2 again. I click for the horizontal. It has snapped 0.5 for me. For the down, it will snap 1. Horizontal, okay, 1, 0.5, 1. Okay, that is the work of the snap mode in AutoCAD. And we have the grid display. On the interface, you can see how the grid lines are being arranged on the interface of the AutoCAD program. You can decide to switch them on or switch them off. Okay, to switch them off, you can just come over here on the status bar and change the mode. Click on it and the grid line disappears, and click again and it appears. This is a function. You can also perform this function using the F7 key on your computer keyboard. F7 key on your computer keyboard. It's very simple. And the next command here is the auto mode. The auto mode is very simple. It just constrains your cursor movement to just 2 directions, the S and the Y direction. Okay, for instance, I want to work on my line and I want to make it straight. I'll click on the line and I'll select on the interface. You see, let me deselect the auto mode. This is how it goes. If you deselect the auto mode, you can place it anywhere, but if you click on the auto mode, it constrains your cursor movement only to 2 direction, the S direction and the Y direction. Okay, just two, no angular direction. So that is the work of the auto mode, and you can perform this function using the F8 command on your computer keyboard. The next stuff there is the polar tracking. This polar tracking helps you track out a certain angle using the AutoCAD software. It helps you track out a certain angle using the AutoCAD software, and you majorly apply this when you are working on angular objects. For instance, if you want to design your roofs and some other stuffs, and you want to locate an angle of 45 degrees. Okay, I'll have to wipe off this and show you some stuffs there using the polar tracking. Okay, if I want to work on our roof plan and I want to locate a specific angle, like the angle 45 degrees, and I have to right click on it and select 45 degrees. It's already on 45 degrees, and you can as well click on the settings command here and click at this ellipse and change the angle of your choice. You can as well track out angle 30 degrees, or come over here, click on it and input your specific angle and click OK. Okay, but for now we are going to be tracking out angle 45 degrees using the interface. So you click the line. Okay, let us switch off the snap mode. Okay, click this line. This is has tracked out your angle 45 degrees, and it will also track out the equivalent at this direction, that is the angle 135 degrees, the same stuff with the angle 45 degrees. So you can trace out and type in the distance and drop, so you track down the same angle 45 degrees. Okay, that is the work of the polar tracking, and you can also perform this function using the F10 command on your computer keyboard. And we are going to be talking about the object snap. This object snap is also a very useful command under the status bar. The object, that is the object snap. It helps you locate a specific point in an object. Okay, it's very, very essential. Helps you locate a specific point in an object. So how do you use this tool? For instance, there are some objects you would like to link up, and you will have to locate a specific point in that object, and if you don't set it using this object snap, you can't locate them. Okay, for instance, I want to locate some points. I right click and I click settings. These are points in our objects. We have the end point, the midpoint, the center, the node, quadrant, intersection, and some others. Okay, if you launch a fresh AutoCAD program, some of the bosses will not be selected. That means you have to select them to ease your job. Okay, for instance, if you draw a line here, this is a straight line. Right click and click enter. So, and you want to link up this line with another line, and you want to select a specific point. For instance, I want to link up another line, and I want to select the end point. Okay, you can see here very easily for me, it has tracked out the end point for me. Okay, this is another end point, it has tracked out the end point for me. Still on the snap mode. Okay, switch them off. So pick up your line 2. This is the midpoint. It will easily track out the midpoint for you, so you can add your lines and drop. That is the work of the object snap mode. And the last stuff we are going to be talking about under the snap, the status bar, is the line weight option. You can decide to hide your line weight. You can decide to show your line weight. Okay, if I click on it, you see the true line weight has surfaced. And if I want to hide the line weight, for instance, to make the job very simpler and much visualized, so I click this line weight option, and the line weight stuff has been hidden. That is the last part of the working environment of AutoCAD. Okay, remember what I've explained, the 5 visual divisions of this AutoCAD working environment. So under the AutoCAD workspace, I will have to make little explanations under the drafting and annotation workspace. Okay, under the drafting and annotation workspace, so I would like to talk about the ribbon. Now remember that in the classic and in the AutoCAD classic workspace, tools were arranged at the left extreme and at the right extreme. At the left extreme we had the draw toolbar, and at the left extreme, at the right extreme, we had the modified toolbar. And for the drafting and annotation, the tools are combined together in the form of a palette. Okay, you have the draw toolbar here, you have the modified toolbar here, you have the layer, the annotation, the block if you want to convert diverse objects into becoming one block, you can make such stuffs here. And if you want to change the properties of any entity in this program, you can make it here. If you want to group, utilities, and clipboard, and you know the clipboard is mostly about cutting, copying, and some other functions. Okay, that is about the ribbon. It's also very, very essential. And even in this workspace, you still have the menu bar. So we are gonna be doing most of our job using these two workspaces, the AutoCAD Classic workspace and the drafting and annotation workspace. Okay, so I believe you enjoyed this little exposition.